Hi guys, hope all of you are doing fine out there. So today I'm going to read the story that goes by the title Prisoner Without a Jail. So we know as in life, we always don't need a physical captivity to feel that you are being tied down or kept somewhere. Some situations, some events, some people can keep you tied down to a confinement. So the story starts by the prose. Free and shining the world saw her, but caged down was a lovely bird who had only dreamt of flying. So it talks about a bird who had dreamt about flying, and the world saw her as free and everything, but she was basically caged down throughout her life. So basically, this story goes by where a lady is going into a church. So she's going into the church and she is seeing her own funeral. It's not a ghost or anything. It's just my imagination about a lady who is not a girl, a lady who is going into a church and she is witnessing her funeral. So this time is where she is reflecting about her life. So it's as usual. It was quite a rainy day. It was raining outside the whole time. So she's going to the church. There's a sense of quietness in the church, quite usual for quite usual. So then she is sitting down there and she is seeing the people who are coming and going, and she's reflecting on each of them. Not each of them, she's reflecting on them. So she's saying some she knew, some she didn't even know. Then some people had come into her life, some people had left her life, some people had come with promises, some left without keeping any of the promises. So she's seeing each people. I mean, she's reflecting on each people. Then she's talking about herself. I mean, she was. I mean, each time she fell down, she would herself grasp the strength to stand up and fight against all the odds and all those stuffs. Then she is coming down and she's talking about three qualities. A single quality that she had within herself, specifically called selflessness. So she's saying that she learned this thing as selflessness as a virtue in school, and she took it too much seriously, and she's feeling that she lived her whole life with that sense of virtue, and she's saying that how happy she was even if to keep up the virtues. Then she's saying about those people who were crying out there in her funeral, and she's saying they are crying now, but when she was alive, none of them paid any heed to her desires. None of them even cared that she existed in the first place. She's going, she's talking. I mean, she's thinking about those people. Then she's coming down and she's concentrating her thoughts into two group of people known as husband and children. This is the most important part of the story. So here she's saying, for her family, she had to wear a mask which suited each group of people. I mean, a mask for her husband, a mask for her children. The days which she chose not to wear the mask, she was categorized as an unfaithful wife and an insufficient mother. Quite usual quite normal that happens around us. I mean, the days that she chose to be like herself, she was tagged as unfaithful wife and an insufficient mother. Then she's talking down and she's saying it was love that had tied her down, and it was love that was keeping her even now in the coffin. So love is a kind of, love has a weight, love has a burden that weighs you down. That's what she's quite saying. Then she's reflecting about her childhood days, and she was saying she herself was quite an adventurous, and she wanted to feel the world, she wanted to see the world, but she was saying she was never expected to stay on the ground, but times and life kept her on the floor, and she sort of accepted and lived with it. So now she is seeing all this, and at last she just gets off from the church and moves out. So the thing I wanted to talk about in this story was actually because what I have observed things in around me, in my society, I mean, not exactly, but a part of in my family, because my mom and dad were in abroad, so my mother had her sense of freedom, because abroad you can't keep her tied or anything. She was working abroad, So in my grandmother's generation or beyond that, I mean, I haven't seen anything beyond that. So I've seen those ladies being tied down to her kitchen, and that's a life around her. Like quite some time back, I had a conversation with my mother itself about the older generation, and she herself told, because I mean, those people, they were happy. I mean, they never knew there was something outside it. I mean, they were not exposed to it also. So they never knew about the second option. I mean, this world is not small that you can keep it. You can't. Don't limit yourself. So, I mean, you can't limit certain people but they didn't have a choice out of it. It was expected out of them. Come on, it was expected out of them, and they did it faithfully. So somewhere down the line, I felt very unhappy about it. I mean, it's not right on our part, because don't treat them as anything special. But they too are human beings. Come on, they should have the right to see the world, experience the world. After all, we all have is just one life. We have to let them free. We as a society, down the generations, have kept them down, tied them down, restricted them. I mean, men or guys can have their sense of freedom. It's quite common with men. I mean, it's okay with men, but women, come on, they too are human beings. So it hurts me when I know that even now in our country, in many parts, ladies are restricted. Come on, we can't tie them down. I mean, it's unfair on our part. I don't know what more. I'm not an activist or any sort of that thing, but I just want to see them as human beings, because I have quite some friends among girls and all. You should talk to those people and see their aspiration, their dreams. They think big, but somewhere down the line, they're all tied down. We as a society have to make some changes to it. I mean, this freedom, sense of enjoyment doesn't mean reckless anytime enjoyment or anything, but it's up to a person. Let them see the world, let them go for some time, let them see the world, let them come around. We have to let them do all this, because talking frankly, me also in certain relationships have done this male dominance to people. I do accept it. So now gradually through the years, thinking back on it, reflecting on it, it was quite wrong. And we can't destroy their lives based on our mistakes and taking time to get over it, because they are also having a single life. So it's quite bad on us to keep them tied down. So I hope we see a society where, as I told first, don't treat them any special or anything. Just treat them as equal. I mean, just treat them as human beings. So where they can chase out their dreams, where they can live a life which is not restricted to a family restrictions. I mean, family is very important. It's the basic unit of a society. But family is a place which doesn't restrict you. It should let you grow on your dreams. That's what I think of a family as, because family is a place where you help each other to grow out, not restricting it. Restricting is, then there's no much difference between a jail and this one, because jail restricts you because you did something wrong. Here you are restricted because you didn't do anything wrong. So I hope all this changes, and we'll see a society which is more happier. So that's it, guys. Until for the next video, bye.